Okay, so let's rub our hands together, get those nerve endings going. Looks like Laura's lost in space over there. I see you. Okay, and then press those thumb knuckles right on into the sternum, and we'll inhale, exhale, and inhale to begin. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Om Namo Gurudev Namo. Adgare Name, Jugadgare Name, Sadgare Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Adgare Name, Jugadgare Name, Sadgare Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Adgare Name, Jugadgare Name, Sadgare Name, Sri Gurudeve Name. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, so we are working our way through the meridians here, and there's 14 major meridians, and they're paired, right? And so we've already done the governing vessel up the front or up the back, and the conception vessel that goes up the front. So we're going to take a look at pictures of the spleen and stomach meridians here, and take a look at what they do. All right, here comes somebody. There he goes. All right, so let's just take a look here. This shows the spleen meridian right here, okay? And it starts at the big toe, okay? Comes up the inside of the leg, goes all the way up under your armpit, just a little bit higher, and then back down, okay? And this is on both sides. Now, it only shows one side on these diagrams just for clarity, okay? But it's actually on both sides. So it's originating at your big toe. And this is also the big toe you're squeezing for your pituitary point, right? That we talk about in kundalini. So, and while we're here, we'll take a look at the stomach meridian, which starts right below the eye, okay? Both sides. And it goes down, and then it wraps around, comes up the side of your face, and it actually comes back down over the eye again, comes down your neck, goes out to the collarbones, down, and then back in, and then down the front of the leg, coming out. You see it goes all the way down to, and it does a little zigzag here near the calf, but it's at the front of the leg and comes out the second toe, okay? So I'll leave this up for just a second for you to look at, and then we're going to trace over it. And when you trace over it on your own body, it helps you remember it. So take a good look at it here. I'll go over it again. The spleen starts at the big toe, it's upward flowing, comes all the way up your side of your chest, and then back down. It ends right here. And the spleen is on the left side, okay? And then we've got the stomach meridian that starts at the bottom of the eye, comes down, wraps around the face, comes back down across the eye to the collarbone, out, and then back in and down, all the way down the front of the leg, does this little zigzag here, comes out the second toe. Okay, so let's stand up and let's trace it over on our own body, okay? To get a good understanding of it. Okay. So are we barefoot? I'm going to take my socks off. Okay. So we'll start with the spleen. Okay. See if you can see my feet. We're going to start at the inside of the big toe. Okay. So bring your fingers right down there to your big toe and trace up your foot, up your legs, come all the way up, comes up the side of your chest, and then back down to the bottom of the ribs, or close to it. Okay? That's the spleen meridian. Okay? Now, the spleen is on your left side, right? Liver's on your right. So the spleen is the seat of so many emotional things like childhood trauma. It's like the seat of the inner child. When the spleen is needing some attention, you'll really be drawn to sweets, sweet stuff, okay? So let's go through the stomach meridian, okay? Starts at the right at the bottom of the eye, right in the center, right? Comes down your face, okay? Then goes right around the side of your face, up to here, comes back down, okay, again, and then it goes down your neck and comes out at the collarbones, right? And it comes down the side of your chest, and it goes all the way down here, the front of the legs, and all the way down to the second toe. It's not the big toe, it comes out the second toe, right there. Okay, that's its exit point. So let's just sit with that a little bit while we go through our kriya here today, and we'll come back to it again and again. I'll show you the picture one more time. See how we started at the spleen at the big toe, came up, all the way up, and then back down the ribs a bit, okay? And there's the stomach. They are a pair, and they work together, okay? It doesn't show the loop right here, but it's interesting the way it works. Comes down at the collarbone, and then all the way down the front of the leg. So you can work any of these points on the leg can affect your digestion, okay? Any of these points, all up through the belly, up around the collarbone, up around your face, you can be working with your digestion by putting pressure on these points. All right. So we'll look at another picture of, this is just a view of all of the stuff that's active here. Here's our stomach. See this right here? Let it light up a little bit here. And I'll back this up so it's not quite so in your face. And your spleen is right over here. You see it light up? And the spleen is super important for your immune system function. All right, so you get just kind of a view of what it looks like here. When we back it up. See how close in relationship they are? Right in the center of the body here. Center left. Okay. All right, well, let's do a little warming up while we talk about what they do. and how this kriya is going to affect them. We have this kriya, and it's called kriya for the tattvas, the pranic rib cage, and the nervous system. Okay? We'll start with a little bit of warming up with Sufi grinds. And think about that long meridian going all the way down your legs. Inhaling forward and exhaling back. And I'll just read off some of the things that are affected by the spleen channel. Right down there on your foot, you can work on points that are for stomach pain, diarrhea, constipation, abdominal problems, paralysis, all kinds of menstrual disorders up through spleen point 10, 11, and 12, up through the abdominal area. All right, come back to center and let's reverse direction. Okay, going the other way. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. Remember how those points came up the sides of your chest, right up close to the armpit, and then they went back down for the spleen. There's so much that you can work on. Even when we're doing Sufi grinds, we're stimulating those points in the ribs. So let's breathe easier, okay? Let's breathe deep as we go. And then we'll come forward with an inhale and pull yourself up tall. And exhale. And let's go wide-legged so we can stretch out the back of the legs. Think about those points that were on the toes. All right. Inhale up to the center. Exhale down on each side. Let's get a little music going here to help us out. Stretch out. Let your breath get big and deep. Let's stretch up to the center with a big breath and exhale and relax your arms down. And we'll come onto all fours for cat-cow. Let's flex that spine and wake it up good. All right. Inhale, head up, and let your spine go low. And exhale, arch that spine. And let's work some of the kinks out here. Keep going with the little cat-cow. Keep your spine moving. All right, inhale, head up. And then exhale and come out of that. And we've got one more warm-up in easy pose. We're going to bring our hands in front, fingers in front, thumbs in back, and it's inhaling left, exhaling right. And think about where your spleen is and your stomach in relation to this move. Let your spine just loosely move as far as it can in each direction. No pain, right? Inhale straight forward, and then we'll exhale and relax down. I've got one more picture I can show you of these two meridians here. Let's see where it is here. I guess that's it for now. Okay, I closed that one out. So we'll just go ahead and I'll read some comments about it. One of the courses I'm taking recently called using this book, Enlightened Bodies by Japakar, and it shows how the meridians are in relation to the kriyas that we do. And what it has to say about the spleen meridian is it filters blood, it traps foreign material, which is pathogens. So that's why it's so important to the immune system. In the spleen, the T cells, the B cells, the macrophages, the red blood cells, and other cells involved in immune response exchange information about invaders, okay, in the spleen. The spleen is alerted to trouble and sends out large amounts of antibodies when it's needed. So it's real critical to the way your immune system works. But it's also considered emotionally to be like the seat of the inner child, okay? So sometimes when you're feeling like you've had a rough day with, like Deborah was talking about her neighbors having such a rough time, you know, and you feel empathy for them with COVID, you know, and emotional responses can make you deplete the spleen, and when you do that, it tends to make you have cravings even. You know, and when you have cravings that are associated with the wounded child or the inner child, it tends to be sweet stuff, okay? So anyway, that's where we have to keep training ourselves to go for the fruit, right? Go for the sweet vegetables, go for the fruits, and try not to load up too much on sugar, because sugar is real detrimental for the spleen. It tends to load it down where then it can't do its job. So anyway, that's just kind of like the nuts and bolts of it. And we're looking at the way, another thing that is said about the spleen is it's the way you digest the world, you know, and your digestive system is also about the way you digest what you're bringing in, the news you're bringing in, you know, the things that you're learning. So it's real connected with the way you see the world and process things. So we want to take really good care of it. So this kriya, the kriya for tattvas, pranic rib cage, and nervous system has some points where we're bringing our elbows in like this, okay? And things that tend to work your ribs, you know, or pound on your rib cage are really stimulating for the spleen and the digestive system. So this kriya starts with our elbows tucked in, and you're in easy pose, so we can go ahead and get started with it. And make sure you've got some water, okay, so we can keep flushing things through, right? I'm having some water right now. All right, so we're going to tuck in our elbows. I'll get you some music to help with this. We're going to rapidly open and close our hands, okay? So we are tucked in close to the rib cage while we open and close our hands. So this is also stimulating heart meridians that are in the wrist, okay? So it's going to make your hands really tired, okay? And bring your eye focus to the brow point, and you can close your eyes with this, okay? Opening and closing the hands really fast, okay? As you keep the elbows tucked in. It adjusts the ribs and it's beneficial to the heart. This also improves circulation in the chest. It's going to move some prana. So keep going, opening and closing. Make sure your palms are facing up toward your body, okay? Palms are facing up. Elbows are in. Hang in there. Isn't it amazing how tired they get with this little simple movement? Yeah, I see some heads nodding. Hang in there. This creates an elementary balance in the elements. The tattvas are the elements. That's what that means, tattvas, okay? We're talking about earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And this movement we're doing creates an elementary balance. It'll stimulate the basic elements. And your breath will change. Keep going. The pranic energy in this combination will make the breath change. And you can't buy that in a pill, okay? You have to produce it. It's making your body produce it. Almost there. 10 more seconds. You can start taking some big deep breaths. All right, inhale. And I want you to feel that energy in your hands. Can you feel it? Wow. Wow. Isn't it big? And just relax your hands and sit with it. Take a few breaths. If you need to shake out your hands, you can. All right, so just feel the energy in your arms and your hands. Take a few breaths. We're going to work on the upper chest next. Remember where those points were? Where that spleen came all the way up close to the armpit and then went back down the ribs. Okay, remember that? We're going to bring our arms out like a bird flapping. Okay, we're going to be moving like this. So try to find your movement and just stick with it. Okay, the best you can. There's no specification on the breath, so just find a combination that coordinates the breath with the movement. The instructions are to move fast, but I want you to go feel through your shoulders and you move the way you need to move. Okay? You can close your eyes and we're going to just feel like we're flying here. This balances the left and right hemispheres of the brain when we're moving our arms like this. Your shoulders need to be moving a little bit because you're stimulating that spleen point when you do. And you're stimulating the rib cage for the stomach meridians too. And the collarbones are moving. Remember those stomach meridians that came down your face and went around? Came down out at the collarbone and down. Keep going. It adjusts the ribs and it stimulates the heart. And it balances both sides of the brain. But if you've got shoulder issues, you may have to stop for a second and then come back to it. Yeah. Don't make it hurt. You know, if it's hurting you, just bend your elbows or whatever you need to soften it. Okay. We've got one more minute. One more minute. Okay. If you need to take a break and come back, you can. Engage your root lock. Engage all 3 locks so you can relax your arms into this. 30 more seconds. This is why I showed you those meridians. You're really working them with this, okay? Almost there. All right, inhale and exhale. Relax your arms. You may feel a little chill as you shift gears. All right, let them relax completely. Take some big, deep breaths. And if you need to stretch out your legs, stretch out your legs and flex your feet. You're doing a lot of sitting here, okay? Have a sip of water. Have a sip of water, and then we'll go on to the next part. All right, let's let your let your shoulders rest just a little bit. If you need to shake them out a little bit, you can, right? Take some big, deep breaths, and you might close your eyes and just feel the energy, feel where it's going. Validate what you've been working on. Now this next part of the kriya, you're going to be back in easy pose, okay? If you were stretching your legs out, come back in easy pose. And this is a brain teaser. You know, Kundalini Yoga is famous for brain teasers. They're kind of like patting your head and rubbing your tummy at the same time, right? Well, this one is like you're punching the fist. This is my right fist, okay? When the right fist comes out, you're in fists. Yeah. When you switch and the left arm is out, you have flat hands. Okay, so I want to show you this close. When the right hand comes out, it's a fist, okay? When the left hand comes out, they're both flat. You with me? So it's like, okay? All right. So let me just tell you a little bit about this. You're working the elbow, right? You're working meridians in your chest, in your face. Try to keep your face relaxed while you do this. And sit up as straight as you can. So if you need to get a pillow or something to sit up real straight, go ahead and do that. Okay? You probably want to engage the locks. Root lock, abdominal lock, neck lock, lifting the back of your head up so you're real straight here, okay? Are we looking ready? You look ready to me. So here we go. Let's get a little music going with us. And it's right hand fist, left is flat. I'm going to turn this up just a little. Right fist, left flat. Fingers are together. When you feel like you got the hang of it, then you can close your eyes. This is for the nervous system. Hang in there. Pace yourself however you need to. You guys are doing good. All right, inhale and exhale. Relax your arms down. Close your eyes and do an internal check. Okay. The reason we do so much repetitive motion is to stimulate those channels, those energy channels, to get them going. Remember those points right there at the collarbone? We were just working the fool out of them, okay? For your digestive system, your stomach meridian right there. And we were really moving that spleen too, okay? Among other things. So just close your eyes and feel the energy, all right? And let your breath settle down. If you need to stretch out your legs again, right? Go ahead. Yeah, you can stand up and move if you need to. And we're going to do, this is a very short kriya. We're going to go to the last part of this kriya. And we do it with this specific music here. So what we're doing with the mudra is we're in easy pose. We're engaging the locks. Root lock is like cutting off a urination, you know. Abdominal lock is in and up, right, with the abdomen. Then we're lifting the back of the head, and we're leaning back 15 degrees, okay? So what does that look like? Okay, like this is straight up, okay? Straight up. We're leaning back, which makes you engage the navel, right? And it makes you engage that neck lock. And the instructions are you're basically balancing your body, your whole body, from the chin, okay? So get a feel for it first. If you need to put a little bumper behind you, like a rolled up mat or a blanket or a pillow behind you, go ahead and do that so you can lean back and be stable, okay? Or even put a pillow on your knees, okay? Like weight on your knees, okay? Engage those locks so you can lean back. And the mudra with your hands is like this. Open palms facing forward, okay? And you're balancing from the chin, okay? So that means you need to draw the chin in, okay? And we'll close our eyes, and that is what you're holding here. So you may have to take breaks from it, okay? Just let your breath go into long, deep breathing. The angle of the spine is important to hold this, okay? Leaning back. Fingers are slightly spread. Close your eyes. Chin in and chest out. Hold a strong root lock. Slow your breath down. You're balancing your body from your chin. Keep your spine straight, but leaned back. Focus on your breath. Try to keep your legs relaxed. Keep your legs relaxed. Just have the tightness be in the root lock, the abdominal lock, and the neck lock. If you're working your legs too much, come a little more toward straight up. Keep your heart lifted. Hang in there. Hang in there. Stay there. As long as you have no pain, stay there. The chin is in, the chest is out. Hang in there. Straight spine, slightly lean back. Hang in there, getting close to the end. Okay, inhale deep. Big, deep inhale. And hold. Hold your breath in. And then exhale. Hold your pose. Inhale deep again. As deep as you can and lean back more. Hold your breath. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Exhale when you're ready. And then inhale one more time. Big, deep inhale. Deep as you can. Lean back. Lean back. Hold that breath. Tighten up all over. And then exhale. Okay. was holding those locks pretty tight for a long time. So you were sending energy up. And you were concentrating on that moon center on your chin, which is also, remember, that's the ending point of the conception vessel. That channel that comes up your front, it was ending right there. All right, so close your eyes for just a little bit here. Do an internal assessment. Feel what you feel. Relax your breath. Feel all that energy moving up your spine. And when you're ready, you can come all the way down into Shavasana. Okay? Yay! You survived. Yay. Yeah. Come all the way down and relax. And this time, really relax. Okay? Cover yourself up with your scarf or your blanket. And get yourself ready. So if your low back feels like it's been through a hurricane or something, roll up your mat or your pillow and put it under your knees so your low back can get some release and relaxation from it. Okay? All right. So let's bring our attention down to our feet and squeeze them tight and relax them. Tell them to relax really good. And then relax your ankles. Remember those points that were coming up the front of the leg? We're going to relax all those points. Yeah, relax your shins, relax your calves. Squeeze them tight, relax them again. Relax your breath and sink down into the floor. Relax your knees, relax your thighs, relax your hips, relax your abdomen and your lower back. If they don't feel completely relaxed, then squeeze them tight and relax them again. Sink down into the floor. Relax your lower back. Relax your mid and your upper back. Relax your shoulders. Relax your breath. Relax your upper arms. Relax your forearms. Relax your fingers and hands. And if they don't really feel relaxed, squeeze them tight. Relax them again. And turn your palms up toward the ceiling. Relax your neck. Relax your jaw. Remember all those points that were on your face? We're going to explore more in the coming weeks. Lots of points on your face. You can squeeze your face tight and relax it again. Relax your eyes. Relax your jaw. And relax your facial expression. Deeply and completely relax. can begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and let your breath get bigger and deeper so you can stretch out. And give yourself a cat stretch on each side. By bringing up your left knee, pulling it over to the right. As you turn your face to the left, reach out the left arm. And then come on back to center and let that knee go. Bring up your right knee, pull it to the left. As you turn your face to the right, bring out your right arm. Stretch. Let your hips relax. And then come back to center and rub your feet together. Rub your hands together. And we'll rock on the spine. Put it all back together for this meditation. Okay, so if your spleen is telling you you need some nurturing, then just go side to side. Let it be comfortable. Okay? And if you're needing a little bit more movement, then you can go top to bottom like that. And wake up the spine. All right, so you can get yourself settled while I'm telling you about this meditation. It's called Experience and Project Your Original Self. So you think about, okay, what's my original self? We can think about childhood things, childhood images, or you can even go farther back before you had a face, right? Original self. Can you think about who you were before you had a face? That's a Buddhist saying that I just love. I dearly love that saying. Who were you before you had a face? So this meditation is about authenticity. It's got a mudra that is using the right hand like this in Gyan mudra. First finger and thumb. Palm is facing forward. And the left hand is straight across the heart here with the palm down. Okay? And you want to, don't be working your shoulders too much. Just let them relax in this posture. The full pose is up here. Okay? You really have to use those locks and keep the spine engaged to keep it up here. If this is too much for your shoulders, then just relax it down a bit, okay, where it's in a good place for you, okay? And I'll just talk a little bit about that before we get into it. So many people have spent their lives thinking that they're not enough. They're not good enough, or they've put forward a version of themselves that's not true. But the truth is, we're pure and divine and perfect, right where we are, warts and all, okay? Warts and all. We're talking about your original self. When you're able to connect with your essence, you begin to experience yourself in a whole new way. You begin to naturally love yourself and others because you realize that you are love. This meditation will help you do exactly that. It's wonderful for the heart center and for connecting with your truth so you can share the fullness and the wholeness of your perfect divine nature. and it will just come through. So this has a mantra that we haven't done, okay, or not in a very long time. It's called Ram, Ram, Hari Ram, 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 Hari Hari. Okay? I'm going to show you a picture of that so you can look at the words for just a minute. Ram, Ram, Hari Ram. Ram, Ram, Hari Hari. Okay? And we're rolling the R, so it sounds like Hari, right? Instead of Hari. We're not saying Hari, okay? So Ram is the sun, Ma is the moon. Together, they are God's creativity. And Hari, H-A-R-I, rolling the R, is the creative seed of God. Actually, it's the creative completion of God. Seed is Had, H-A-R, okay? But it's pretty short, okay? And this is by Sonatum, okay? So we can just follow along with it. It's slow enough. So get your pillow so you can be comfortably upright. And I'll go over this mudra again. Right hand is in Gyan Mudra, first finger and thumb, okay? Palm facing forward. Left hand is palm down. It's just flat, right about the heart center, okay? So you work with your shoulders however you need to, okay? If this is just too much to hold up here, you just relax it down where you can do it, okay? Find your sweet spot where you can do it, okay? All right, so let's go. Let's go and experience it. I focus at the brow point, straight spine. Engage your locks comfortably. This is for being your authentic self, true self. Ram, Ram, Hari Ram, 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 Hari Hari. Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, 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 Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Be sure to engage your locks. Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Ram Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. big inhale. Hold your focus. Exhale when you're ready. Inhale again. And exhale and relax your arm down. And sit with it for just a little bit here. Become completely still. And listen for the sound. This mantra can help you boost your intuition so you know the next step to take. All right, we'll bring our hands together for long time, son. May the long time sun shine upon you. Our love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. Our love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you. Our love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way May you truly be your authentic self. May you use the tools to shine through so people can see you. And those parts of you that you've been holding back or maybe not letting people see, let them see it. Let your light shine. Thank you guys for working on that. We're complicated beings.